once you have your clarinet section, working with all these elements, using enough air, having a proper embouchure, proper tongue position, you still might find that you have intonation problems within the ensemble or within the section. And the things that I want to tell you about intonation on the clarinet, I'll give you some general rules. Beyond that, it's going to come down to your clarinetist individually working on some of those basic issues, because if they conquer those basic issues, they will generally be in tune. The good tongue position, good use of air, good embouchure leads to better intonation. But still, sometimes we need to adjust. The first place that the clarinetist should adjust is at the barrel. If you're sharp, you pull out. If you're flat, you probably need to raise the tongue. I mean, the physical things that might cause sharpness would be, like I mentioned before, too close to the tip of the reed. Flatness would be a low tongue position, maybe too much mouthpiece. Sharpness can also be caused by maybe not using quite enough air, which connects to pinching. But let's say they're doing everything else right and they're out of tune. Start by pulling out at the barrel. And so if they're sharp, pull out at the barrel. If they're still sharp, then they can pull out at the middle of the instrument. Generally, as a rule, we say pull out half as much at the middle as you do at the barrel. And you have to be careful though, when they pull out at the barrel, they should check their intonation. So if they're sharp, you want them to pull out at the barrel, and maybe have them tune a B concert B flat. You find that they're a little sharp, say, okay, pull out at the barrel, and a little bit will go a long way. Let's say they pull out this much. Then you have to also check the G, the open G. Because this will affect the throat tones kind of drastically depending on how much you pull out. So you might find that, okay, they're in tune on their full C because I pulled out this much at the barrel, but now the open G is flat. So what you can do then is maybe push back a little bit in so that the G is better in tune, and then you pull out about half as much at the middle. And then ideally, you even out the intonation throughout the instrument. But just be warned that if this pulls out too much, you can fix the big problem of the whole instrument being in tune, but then you might find that the throat tones specifically are really flat.